Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our Blood Bowl AI League. We're on week 7, our halfway point of the season before we get into playoffs and all of that fun stuff. Hope everyone had a good week last week. We've got some of us have a holiday coming up tomorrow. Looking forward to that. We'll get started here in just a moment. We'll be starting with our first game today. It's the Grit and Get Stompas versus 9-Inch Males. Looking forward to that game. It's my team against one of my best friends, so hope to see how that goes. I hope I don't destroy them too much. And I hope that that's not a statement laced with hubris. We'll see. We'll see. Yes, welcome everyone. Real quick before we dive in, my webcam isn't working. There we go. Before we dive in, it was working for a split second and then it decided no. Try that. Aha, there we go. No mercy, indeed. Although her team is pretty tough, so it could also be no mercy for my orcs as well. This is one of the teams that I'm a little scared of playing up against. But let's see if we can't take a look at the schedule real quick. I don't know why that's all screwed up. Oh, it's screwed up because it's on the wrong freaking screen. Come on, Toffee, act like you've done this for the past 2 weeks. Past 7 weeks, actually. I didn't even update. No, it's fine. We'll do it live. Taking a look at our schedule for today. As mentioned before, we got the Grit and Get Stompas taking on 9-Inch Males in our first game. Then we'll be following up with the Petit Loire versus the Bone Malones. Another great game that I'm really looking forward to. Then we got the Mythics versus the Continental Crushers. The Midnight Maulers against Pappy's Nurglings. It's going to be a tough game for the Vampires. Knickknacks taking on the Pointy-Eared Bandits. Looking forward to that. Pointy-Eared Bandits, as I've said the past couple weeks, have quickly become one of my favorite teams. We got Rathas Raiders taking on the Mr. Meeseeks team, our two lowest ranked teams. So hopefully that will be a good game. And then finally, the Brazen Bulls taking on the Skaven Gouda game. We'll round out our schedule for the day. With that being said, it's 4 p.m. Central Time. Let's go ahead and dive right on into what we're here for, shall we? It's the Grit and Get Stompas. We're going to play in the snow today, because why not? Against the Chaos Dwarf. 9-Inch Males. You can see here, actually, 9-Inch Males had a tough season starting out, but they have kind of come back the past few games. They've got some wins under their belt. They're jumping up in the rankings, and they've actually passed me in terms of team value. So, they've got that going for them. So hopefully this ought to be a good one. Everybody strap yourselves in and let's play some Blood Bowl. Or watch some Blood Bowl. We're not playing it. We could play some Blood Bowl, but we're watching it this time. And we're off. And I was able to fix the slow cinematics issue that we had last week. So that will not be a problem. Hopefully. very bright field with the snow and the bright summer's day. And the Chaos Dwarfs are going to be the one kicking off the ball. See how things go on the front line here. As we got a more... Well, a Bad Claw can't pick up the ball for some reason. There you go, he's finally got it. Orcs doing well on the front line, getting some early knockdowns. Nothing too crazy happening just yet. Toby from HR getting on top of the ball carrier, but he's got Smiles' stab at Goblins in full strength this week after being out last week. Ooh, Olgrot's Hairthry knocking down. Oh no, somebody's badly hurt already. Was that Smiles? No, Smiles the stab is badly hurt. Bad Claw's badly hurt. The Chaos Dwarfs showing up to play already. 2 injuries right off the bat. Wow, I did not even see that happening. That happened so quickly. Dwight, the assistant to the regional manager, is going to take it in for touchdown number 1. They stopped. They stopped. Why did they stop? Okay, ball went out of bounds, got tossed into the end zone. Chukkas the Troll has ended up with it, weirdly enough. Olgroth the Territhai getting knocked out. Okay, Chaos Dwarfs still very much in this. They could just pick up the ball. They're in good position, but Morgzil getting in front. It's a battle at the end zone, and Luscious Lorenzo's gonna take it in. There's the touchdown. I kind of felt like that was owed to them. Like, they had it earlier, and Dwight just stopped. I guess he was playing a prank on us or something. I don't know. We all know he does not understand pranks. But 9-inch Males taking the early lead. And 2 orcs down immediately. Oh, it's the first time Bad Claw has been injured all season long, for sure. Smiles, this is his second time. He's used to this now. All right. Kicking it off once more. Works a little slow to move this time without Bad Claw being back there. It's Brotrack this time. Recently leveled up, picking up the dodge to make the block dodge combo. It's going to make him difficult to deal with. Hopefully that is enough. Sorry, I'm having to rearrange some things on my desk as we go here because the microphone is in the way. Brotrack going face to face with the Undertaker. It's never where you want to be. Brotrack is dead? No, Brotrack is dead. The Chaos Dwarfs are just taking us apart. Oh no. Ferocious Fabio has got the ball. He is down. Jesus. Yeah, this was the team. I fear their armor value is high enough to make it difficult for us. Morg, the team captain, getting punched down by Macho Man. Squeaks the Goblin has got it, but he's one-on-one against Pam the Reception. Squeaks is not the +1 Goblin. So he's kind of in a losing fight here. He's got the lower strength, but he's the one who gets the injury on Pam. Gets knocked down himself, but Morgzil is going to come over and try and scoop the ball up. Maybe the cold making it difficult. But now Morgzil's got a decent amount of room to run. He's got a little bit of help from Morgr Terrorbrains, who gets knocked down immediately. Oh no, Chukka the Troll got hurt. And then I think... Regenerate? Yeah, he regenerated because he's a troll. Boisterous Bruno getting hurt, but the Apothecary getting used there, so he's back in it. Olgrot Terthai. Where's Morg? Where's the team captain? He's way back in the back, not doing anything. Dwight, once again, has the ball. Oh, and he's got the space, and there's no one ahead of him. He's going for it, though. And the going for it works out for him this time, and he gets touchdown number 2. Chaos Dwarfs not looking good. Not looking good for the Git Stompers. That is a dead orc. That's sad. That's my first death on the team. One injury so far, but plenty of hobgoblins to take their place. Looks like we had a Chaos Dwarf get surfed there at some point, looking to come back on. Alright. Ferocious Fabio has got the impetus to get into the backfield really quickly. Rock Track this time. Picking it up, also freshly leveled up this week. Oh, but everybody's going to leave him to deal with Macho Man and Ferocious Fabio all alone. Luscious Lorenzo coming in to help out. Chucka the Troll trying to come back and support his teammate. Trying to pull the Minotaur away. And that's going to take us into halftime. Wow. It's a very quick half. Very eventful half, it feels like. 2 points for the Chaos Dwarves. And Orcs, surprisingly on the back foot. Going to be the Orcs on the defensive, though. Let's see how they do on this side of the ball. Going to be the Undertaker picking up the ball immediately. And Morger, one of the Black Orcs, going to jump on him. Just a 1v1 situation there in the back, but Chucka the Troll is coming in to help. And gonna try and scoop up the ball, but it ends up in the hands of Olgrath Terthai. Looks like maybe on the defensive we're a little bit more alive here. Oh, Ric Flair getting his hand smashed. He's gonna be out for the rest of the game. Oh, Olgrath Terthai going for it. The Black Orc movement is enough to get him in the end zone. Touchdown number 1 for the Orcs. No changes thus far after that drive on the Orc side. Oh, it looks like... I don't know if that injury is caught up yet. I wonder if that's why. Yeah, because Ric Flair is definitely off the field currently. Oh, we got a pitch invasion. Looks like it kind of affected both teams equally, but that might be the opening that 9-inch males need to get a better field position. Starting off, Ferocious Fabio falling to Morg. Don't worry, that happens a lot. He's just smacking Dank Duran down now. He's going to go for the third. Boisterous Bruno. Probably not with Macho Man there. Chucka the Troll has got the ball in the 9-inch male's backfield. Morg taking down Boisterous Bruno, Dank Duran, and Macho Man. This man is a monster. Chucka the Troll trying to just leave the combat. Oh, he's got the space. The rare Troll touchdown. Doesn't even know what to do with the ball. Didn't even realize he had it. Probably. I think we picked up an additional... Yeah, we picked up another Goblin injury. We'll have to take a look and see what that is. Because this is week 7, I should mention, I didn't mention this earlier, because this is week 7 and because we will have effectively a bye week next week, any injury that's not a lingering injury will not affect the next game. So any injuries that happen this week, that player will be good to go for the next game. Oh, speaking of injuries, Olgrot Terthai smashing Dank Duran's collarbone. That's -1 to strength. That's a rough one. So many injuries. Yeah, these are two very violent teams playing against each other. This is about what I expected. Of course, I hope the injuries will be more on the 9-inch Males side. And it looks like that may end up Kevin's chili being splattered across the ground. Morg has scooped up the ball. The man, the myth, the legend, the man at, well, now he's probably at like 75 SPP. He might be level 6 now, you guys. That team captain SPP coming into play. Kind of got somewhat of a lull here, so I have been thinking about the whole team captain thing. That might not make a comeback next season. We'll see. It's just some teams, like Morg here, has had like incredible luck, and he's just got so much SPP. Let's tack on some more touchdown number 3 for them. But other teams just really struggle. Their team captains are just too far in the back to do anything, so they're not getting SPP, and yeah, the focus thing might go away as well next season. But they were worth a try. Oh wow, okay. The Chaos Dwarf bench has really started to fill up with injuries. I think we started to chew through their reserves now. But they now have the lead with 1 minute and 22 seconds left. The Chaos Dwarves still have a chance to tie this ball game up, but it's going to be difficult for them now that the Orcs have really started to dig into their team. The Undertaker has got it, but Olgrot Terthai is going to get on top of him. Macho Man this time punching Morg out. Win some, you lose some fights. Olgrot Terthai looks like he's going to try and scoop it and score, but he can't quite get it in his hands. Macho Man trying to do the same thing. He finally gets it in the end zone, and now he's got to run all the way up the field with it. Look at him go. Gaggle of Orcs. I'm going to put a stop to this. Macho Man knocking out Rock Track. Fighting the team captain of the Orcs now, Morg, but now he's surrounded. It's going to be Olgrot Terthai taking it in for touchdown number 4. It's going to put it... Oh, no, he gets caught by Dwight. But can Dwight be the hero the Chaos Dwarves need? He cannot. No, he's down immediately. That's a touchdown for Olgrot Terthai. And kicking the ball off for what will likely be last drive of the game. They give it to Dwight, who almost had a touchdown earlier. It doesn't look like he's going to have the same luck here. It's going to be Morgzla scooping it up and running. Just going to take it. Can the Undertaker stop him? He kind of got a bad start, but he manages to catch him. Macho Man coming in should be enough to put Morgzla down. Grubmash Gouja now coming in. Oh, Squeaks getting injured by Undulating Uther, I think, was there to do that. We'll see when the SPP pops up here in a second. Scrum for the ball. 5 seconds left. Got to get in the hands of someone to keep this game alive, but I don't think we'll see that. I think this will be the end of the game. A very violent one. The Grenade Get Stompas coming out on top 4-2, a low-scoring game for them in terms of points difference. 9 Inch Males put up a great fight, sent the Orcs home with some injuries, but I think the Chaos Dwarves definitely took a bit more of a beating there. It's a great way to start off the day. For week 7, not week 7. Let's take a look at those stats. For 9 Inch Males, we've got the touchdown and the MVP going to Luscious Lorenzo. He also got a casualty inflict. That's a whole boatload of SPP for that dwarf right there. 2 yards run, so he picked up the ball at one point in time. And then the other touchdown going, of course, to Dwight after the very odd first time where he just stopped at the end zone for some reason. And, of course, we got casualties out of Dank Duran, Undulating Uther, Luscious Lorenzo. The Undertaker, very fittingly, was the one who killed the orc there. Kevin's Chili also managed to get an injury before getting splattered himself. And then Dwight got that injury. A couple of knockouts scattered throughout here. Decent yards run. Dwight with 44 yards run in one game. Well done to him. A pretty good stat line there. All right. Taking a look at their injuries, we're really only looking for those injuries that are going to be some sort of lingering one. So, smash hand is just regular, miss next game. Smash collarbone on Dank Duran. Gonna write that one down. Okay, moving on. We've got Badly Hurt, and Badly Hurt. So really the only one to worry about is Dank Duran. Everybody else will be back in tip-top shape for the next game due to the week off next week. Take a look at the Grin and Get Stomp aside. We got Brotrack is dead. He was a level 2 player. That hurts to see, but at least he was only a level 2 player and not someone like Morg. But anyway, Dribbles, the Goblin, badly hurt. Badclaw, badly hurt. Smiles, Estaba, and Squeaks, both badly hurt. The only thing lingering on is the death of Brotrack. What a shame. Taking a look at those stats, though, for the Orcs, we got a touchdown out of Chuck of the Troll, the rare troll touchdown, along with 2 casualties. 10 yards run by himself. And then he did get injured, but I think the Apothecary was used on him. We got a touchdown out of Morg and a casualty inflicted out of Morg. We got 2 touchdowns and 2 casualties out of Olgrau Terthai, the other Black Orc quickly moving up in the world. The MVP going to Brotrack, who died. Ugh. Oh, you hate to see it, folks. That is what we call a waste of SPP. And a casualty to Squeaks, the Goblins, continuing to be surprisingly dangerous. Hate to see that. Hate to see it. Rip Brotrack, but did you really have to go and take my MVP along with you? Moving on to our second game of the day. We've got Dompetty-Le-Roi versus Bone Malones. Looking forward to this one. It's our 2 undead team. Technically undead and necromantic, but they're basically the same thing. We'll go back to the snow. And necromantic Bone Malones. All right. These two teams have kind of been sitting in that top part of the league. Looking forward to seeing how they do here. Got the Bone Malones kind of edging it out in terms of team value currently. So let's see how it goes. Dompetty-Le-Roi versus the Bone Malones. Nice that these intro cinematics actually run at a decent time. And it's going to be Dompetty-Le-Roi playing defense first as they kick the ball off. It goes directly to Sir Beats, who catches it. Now to see what they're going to do with it. Oh, we got a Flesh Golem down and we got a Mummy down. So kind of an equal exchange on the front line. On the line of scrimmage there. Sir Beats still electing to hold it, drawing in Mambu the zombie. Mambu is quickly knocked down. Bane the Main and Sir Beats, the dynamic white duo. Just playing defensive right now, interestingly enough. Bagasso is now involved. Those mummies are no joke. Don Petro taking on Sir Beats. It's the white attack. And Don Petro is gonna scoop it up and score. Wow. Seems like the holding the ball strategy did not work. And in fact, historically, I don't think it's ever worked. Not in this league, at least. No injuries on either side so far. Surprise, surprise. Undead team privilege. And both have a few people to rely on in case something does happen. Different look for the Bone Malones this time, but it's still going to go towards Sir Beats. And he is going to be the one to scoop it up. Moving forward this time, right into Damballa and Ogun. Philomé, the most dangerous mummy in the league, is down. Sir Beats trying to move kind of back and around to find some space, but Dompetty-Le-Roi is there every turn, at every turn. Mummy's going to get on top of Point de Ball, the team captain for the Bone Malones, and Mambu is going to be the one to scoop it up. Point de Ball is down with an injury. And Philomé is just ignoring the ball. He's out here for blood. But Sir Beats, with the help of Mad Mullet, is coming over. Best Boy managing to knock Filame down. That's why block is important. Looks like point to ball regenerated. He's back in the game, no worries. The Flesh Golem trying to help, and then he didn't help, and then he walked away. Okay. Now Serbeats against Filame and Mumbu now. And Serbeats is knocked out. Mad Mullet standing by the ball, just trying to keep it safe. Coming over to assist. Best Boy needs to get in there, use his speed. But it looks like Mumbu is going to be the one to scoop it up. That's where the zombies never have a problem picking up the ball. That's going to be a touchdown. Tepetlois have been on a bit of a losing streak. I think they're looking to get their ranking back after a couple of bad weeks. But we'll see, both of these teams historically have been second half teams. Down by 2. Ooh. Deep kick didn't quite go their way. It happens to bounce out. 1:40 seconds left in the first half. It's point to ball currently with it and just not moving. Just not moving. Filame is going to come in and with that skeleton's up. Oh, the skeleton goes down. This might be a bit more of a even fight, although I think Filame's got the strength advantage. Definitely does. Best Boy is going to scoop it up, though, or try to. He got it. Third time's the charm. He's going to run right into the white Don Petro and be surrounded. He goes down. The ball goes out of bounds. Let's see where it ends up. Just kind of really awful positioning for the Bone Malones, to be honest. Bane the Main is going to try and go pick it up. Filame is down. That might give them some space. Oh my gosh. They can't pick the ball up. Don Pedro scoops it up immediately, having no problems at all, and he's just a push away, but he goes down. 40 seconds left in the first half. Very scrappy drive here. Filame is down. Says, I'm the better big guy. He's going to go after Kalfu now and knock him down as well. Knock Congo down as well. Anybody who wants it can get it, he says. Dame is going to go scoop it up real quick. Now he's used up all his movement. And he's stuck. As Filame gets up. Oh no. Is Mumbu going to try and... Oh, Marasa gets it. I like that. I'm just gonna punch each other in the end zone, because why not? Oh boy. Bone Malone is just not moving the ball, and that's killing him right now. But after the half, they should be on the defensive. We'll see how they do then. Bane the Main gonna scoop the ball up this time and hold it. Well, you'd see it. That is the way it goes sometimes, unfortunately. Toes R Us is down with an injury. See if that sticks with regeneration in the mix. Bane the Main now having to fend off both Agaso and Mumbu, and not enough. That is going to take us into halftime, and hope to see how things go after. for the Bone Malone, see if they can turn this around. But Depente Loa being very aggressive, strangely so, in the first half. Putting themselves up by 3, it's going to be difficult for the Bone Malones to come back. And Depente Loa, of course, staying very healthy so far. It's time to enter the Broken Bone Zone. Yeah, it might be. It might be. Nice little kick from Mad Mullet, I believe. Ayazan ends up with it after Marasa kind of drops it. So Beats is in the backfield, but selecting not to go after the ball carrier. Bane the main, though. Pilame getting an injury there, I think. I don't know on who. I saw some SPP. I think it was John Marston, who's regenerated. Sir Beats ended up with it, but he's been knocked down. Bane the main gonna kind of try and come over and scoop it up. Gets it on the second attempt, but he's met with a bunch of zombies and a skeleton. And 2 mummies just in the wings. Oh, he gets knocked out. He'll be out for the drive. Point to ball, the team captain coming over to help. Can the team captain make something happen? He knocked the ball down. It's not nothing. And it's in a very difficult spot for either team. Point to ball has ended up with it, though. But getting caught by Marasa and Ayazan and Filame, he drops the ball, might be a good thing. He was in prime surfing territory there. The ball is sent deep into Depente Loa territory. Don Petro bending off Dame Dame and Sir Beat. Stone Rider coming over to help, and that's going to be enough. Dame Dame now with the ball. And is going to try and take... Oh. No. Why didn't Don Petro score? I'm confused. But it is what it is. Dame Dame now getting into dangerous territory. He got the push. If he can get another push, he might be home free. There he goes. That's touchdown number 1 for the Bone Malones. Cheating, Jesus is. I don't know about that. The only thing these teams are cheating is death. Riot, maybe? Is that what just happened? We're down to 30 seconds in the second half. I don't think there's going to be enough time for the Bone Malones to make this a tie ball game. I didn't realize how long that other drive was. We might have lost some time as well from the Riot. What tends to happen? But it's Erm and Don Petro. And Don Petro knocks Erm down, but now has to deal with Bane the Main and Mad Mullet. 10 seconds left on the board. Can the Bone Malones pick up another touchdown here? Ball is on the ground, 5 seconds left. Someone's got to pick it up to keep the game going. Erm does it. The Flesh Golem. And now it's just a struggle for Erm to stay alive here. Fending off some... Fins off Don Petro pretty nice, and he's going to take it in for touchdown number 2. Making it a very close game, but a game that's going to go to Depente Loa nonetheless. That's going to shake up the rankings a little bit and skyrocket Depente Loa back towards the top. Very close game there at the end, but yeah, I think just Bone Malone's not moving it in the first half just really set them behind the whole game, really. Let's take a look at those stats. We've got the Bone Malones up first. We got a touchdown and the MVP going to Dame Dame. Good for them. He was the one who got them on the board. And the rare flesh golem touchdown, which might be his like third or fourth touchdown this season for Erm. He also got a knockout, some decent yards run for several people on the team. Not sharing the ball quite as much as they have in the past. Yeah, I think the Whites, unfortunately, having the ball most of the time, but just not doing anything with it. I'm sorry if you can hear weird stuff outside. There's kids that are riding by on, like, I don't know if they're motorized bikes or if they're doing that thing where you put, like, the can on the back wheel to make it sound like a dirt bike. They're doing that. They're just riding around the fucking courtyard of the apartment complex here. So sorry if you can hear that. This is for BM. I don't think any injuries to worry about. We got some here badly hurt. So don't even have to worry about them. Taking a look at Tempête de Loire. We got the MVP going to Agasso. We got Philomé with 3 casualties inflicted this game and 3 knockouts. Consistently one of the most dangerous players to go up against in the league. Next week, before we start, we'll do kind of a rundown of each team and kind of see where everybody's at and kind of highlight some people, and he is definitely one of them. Touchdown for Dan Petro, 2 touchdowns for Marasa, and a touchdown for Mambu the Zombie. Solid game for Tempête de Loire. And once again, injuries-wise, they don't have anything to worry about currently. So we'll just move right on to the next game, which is the Mythics versus the Continental Crushers. I went to customize, didn't I? I did. Team Mythic's going to have about 4 players down this game. They had 4 players. They had 4 players down last game, so they got 4 coming back, and then they lost 4. So staying the same strength they were last week. They are taking on the Lizardmen team. Once again, the list not being in alphabetical order is killing me. And we're actually kind of keeping this on track so far. So we're going to go ahead and push this right through. We got the Mythics versus the Continental Crushers for Game 3, Week 7. Let's do it. And it's going to be the Amazons kicking the ball off first. Let's see what the Crushers do with it. I'm going to bring back Cade, one of the newest skinks, to scoop up the ball. Looks like they're having the Bone Malone problem of just not moving it. Fatemaker, though, making himself a nuisance on the front line. Victosaurus, the team captain, is sort of there help out, but Cade is going to need some more support than that. And yeah, there he goes. He's down and injured with a pinch nerve. Poor guy. His first game. Pinch nerve. Steve is going to scoop up the ball. Manages to get it on the first try. It's time to get Triassic on this field, the manager says. Well, you had kind of a tough start, but now things are looking a bit better for you as you're now midfield. Fate Maker is around for support. But Steve has been surrounded by Amazonian women. I wish it was me. I mean, what? Steve going down. Calypso now has the ball. Same. Yeah, same. Futuresaurus and Chainbreaker. Isn't enough to tie down Calypso. Calypso has gotten some space. She's running around everything. Oh, finally having to try and get around Jeff. Jeff, by by virtue of being on the field, being the MVP right now, stopping Calypso from getting that touchdown. She is now surrounded by so many lizard men. How did she get space there? What? Finally goes down. And Chomper is on top of that ball. Leo is injured. Uh-oh. Starting early. Chomper just holding it. This might actually be a team where the strategy of just holding it might work out for them. Aphrodite getting surfed. Crowd getting their money's worth today by getting in on the action themselves. Oh, and Chomper getting surfed as well. That edge of the field is dangerous. Calypso smacking down Ikora and getting an injury. Chainbreaker just contemplating it. There he goes, he's got it. Field looks mighty empty. Chainbreaker has got a lot of room to run, but there's still some Amazons on the field with a little over a minute to go in the first half. It's been a very long, very violent drive. Aloha has got the ball. It's up to Steve and T-Brex. Can't click on any players now for whatever reason. T-Brex has got the ball. And he's got a mostly clean field, but Calypso and Hera are going to crash down on Calypso, just taking a knockout blow immediately. T-Brex now fighting it out with Hera, the team captain. Gets some space, and he's going to run that. That looks like it's going to be touchdown number 1 for the Continental Crushers, taking us... actually didn't see what time was there. That might take us into the second half. Only 1 injury. I kind of expected more, weirdly enough. 2 skinks down. 2 more skinks getting back up. And a third in reserve. I believe that was Chomper who got surfed earlier. Alright. It's now the Lizardmen on the defensive side. Oh, and Fate Maker is in the mix on the ball carrier now. You never want to see this guy bearing down on you. Okay, that's terrifying. Very aggressive defensive drive for the Lizard folks. Just haven't managed to knock the ball carrier down. Calypso, that was the one we saw earlier, who had it right back here, almost taking it to the bank. Just fighting for her life. Finally goes down. It's going to take us to halftime. Jeff standing in the backfield. Yeah, his presence alone is enough to stop you. The mighty Jeff. He's level 2 now. You guys got to watch it. Jeff is level 2 now. Oh, he's kicking the ball off too. That's awesome. Let's go, Jeff. Great kick, Jeff. Well done, buddy. You got blocked now? Oh, you're unstoppable. Atina is the one with the ball. One of the throwers. We haven't seen the haven't seen the Amazons attempt a single throw this season. Unfortunately. Jeff is trying to get involved, but I think Chomper is going to scoop it up and score before he can really do anything. Touchdown number 2 for the Lizardmen. Alright, second drive of the second half. Yeah, the Amazon, unfortunately, just having really trouble. Some real trouble, not really trouble. Real trouble taking care of things on the line of scrimmage. Fatemaker makes it very difficult for them. Oh, Rhea is now down with an injury. Unfortunately, Fatemaker has ended up with the ball somehow. And he got knocked down immediately. Wow, it's two very rare things happening back to back. Jeff guarding the ball currently against Loha, going 1v1 here. No longer a 1v1 situation for Jeff. Can he make it? Can he make something happen? He's just having a punch out with Loha. Now back to a 1v1. He got pushed back, but he didn't get pushed down. Wow, Anthea somehow managed to grab it out of all that and just booking it for the touchdown. Oh my god. Talk about right place at the right time. Two injuries on the Amazonian side now. Two more coming back in the game, though. I think they're still at full 11 players, maybe. Two skinks down, another skink knocked out. They might be down a person. Putting the Lizardmen back on the offensive side of the ball now. Oh, something got used there. I think a wizard of some kind. I never know what that does, if it helps at all. But Britannia is on top of Irritator. Now Pelican is on top of Irritator. And Irritator just skinking his way up the field. Getting caught. Oh no, Calypso finally going down to an injury. Calypso has been so impactful this game. Not getting a touchdown, but getting very close. And just being a nuisance with the ball. Aphrodite now with it. And has got a lot of room to run. Can Jeff save the game here? Did he save the tie? Stopping Aphrodite. And his teammates getting involved. Victor Soros, the team captain, now has it. The Fatemaker is back here in the backfield to support. And never mind, he has decided he no longer wants to be in the backfield. Now he's decided that he wants to be in the backfield. Irritator getting hurt. Aloha, I think, getting that injury there. Victor Soros in dangerous territory. Could get surfed here. Oh, and he does. Oh no, Victor Soros. Ball gets tossed in, but it's out of bounds. It's going to get tossed in again. In a really good spot. For Aloha, apparently, of all people. Oh man, I think if Aloha had scooped it up that first time, that might have been another. Makataka is dead! Apothecary gets used, but Aloha could have scored there. I'm gonna call her Lohan for some reason. Oh, she knocked out Chainbreaker. It's only Steve. It's only Steve. Steve versus Aloha, and he runs right by her. Aloha is gonna take it in, making this a tie game. With about 30 seconds left. Oh my gosh. You can see Steve look back like, what? Oh, right, the ball. I know the Crushers have had many practice sessions in regards to picking up the ball. Might need to have one just about general game awareness there. Or Steve needs one at least. Alright. Now coming down to the wire. 30 seconds left in the game, and Costa is in a good position. Something happened there. Oh no, and Costa is in the perfect position to scoop it up with 20 seconds left in the game. There's no Lizardman back to play defense. Mythics have the lead now after trailing the whole game. Lizardman falling apart at the end. You hate to see it. Just choking it away in what is essentially the fourth quarter. And the kick is up. They're going to jump on it immediately, not wanting a repeat of the last drive to happen. 13 seconds left. If they can maintain control of the ball, they do have the possibility of tying it, but with Chomper going down like that, that might be bad news. And that will be the game, folks. Mythics taking it by one off of a just one really unfortunate slip up by Steve Thesaurus, and then another just poor planning in terms of, you know, getting people to the ball to protect it. But congratulations to the Mythics taking that game after trailing the whole time. Well done coming back, staying in it. It's the kind of thing coaches love to see. Neither case, both teams probably looking forward to their 1 week of break. Take a look at those stats, though, real quick for the Continental Crushers. We got a touchdown out of T-Brex, a touchdown out of Chomper. The MVP going to who else? Jeff. Zeros across the board, but his mere presence alone is enough to net him the MVP. No complaints. Some decent sharing of the ball, though, getting some yards run out of several people there. Injuries wise, let's see. Badly hurt. Pinch nerve, but just in this next game. So no lingering injuries to worry about. This team will be full strength coming back after the break. Mythics, the touchdown out of Anthea, the touchdown at Aloha, and a touchdown out of Ancosta. MVP getting given to Cleo, who I think got injured fairly early on. So good for her, at least getting some SPP out of a game where she just wasn't involved. If it were my choice, I would have given it to Calypso, frankly. Because one casualty, getting some yards run, and just being a pain to knock down. Just wasting time, for sure. 2 casualties at Aloha, having a very solid game with a touchdown. And a knockout. Solid game for the Mythics. And I don't believe I saw any worrying injuries, but let's see. Groin strain, badly hurt, and belly hurt. Yes, they'll be good to go. Don't even have to write anything down. Which means we can jump right on into our 4th game. We'll play this game and then we'll go on a short break because my voice is already getting a little raspy from talking so much. I need some more water. But we will be, of course, playing Midnight Maulers versus Pappy's Nurglings. Two of some of our higher ranked teams, I believe. I think the Midnight Maulers... Oh, the Midnight Maulers are actually a bit further down than I thought. This could be a very difficult game for really for anybody. Pappy's Nurglings are a very solid team currently. But maybe the speed and the passing ability that we've seen from the Midnight Maulers will be just enough to get them sorted. We shall see. Pappy's Nurglings is, of course, our top-rated team currently in the league. Number 1, sitting team value 1830, definitely highest in the league there. They're a very dangerous team currently, led by their team captain, Lizard. But without further ado, we got the Vampires versus the Nurglings. Let's go. Okay, down a little water. Let's see if that helps. The Midnight Maulers do have a few people who are out. They also lost a vampire last game that has yet to be replaced. So they are kind of coming into this at a little bit of a disadvantage. But let's see how they do as they receive the ball first. Pete is going to pick it up. Bleeder Bob immediately getting knocked down and injured. I don't know if that was Lizard or Gormaglin or Gormagalin. Count Pasula had the ball and is now getting knocked down. Sandwing Sanders now has it. Trying to keep it in the hands of the Vampires here. They definitely stand the best chance of getting past all these stinky Nurglings. Lizard is in the mix, though, and that's never something you want to deal with. Sandwich Sanders is down. The ball is now in the hands of Jonathan, and they've already got some quite good field position. Lizard injuring Bumble Frank there, getting knocked down himself, but not hurt. Oh, hang on a minute, folks. Hang on a minute, folks. Mistake has been made here. A mistake has been made. We have to restart this match. Just a little time rewind there. So I mentioned that they had lost a vampire, right? Well, George is that vampire. He should be out. And I don't know why he wasn't. Okay. He just didn't get saved for some reason. Sorry about that. I didn't want to give them, potentially... I don't know. That's kind of a weird one, because then if he gets stats, I have to worry about those stats. But I'm glad I caught it literally on the first drive instead of later, so... When you're having to make manual adjustments to the database, mistakes are bound to happen. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, at least we're starting out the same way, with the vampires being the one to receive. And Lunchmeat Larry immediately getting injured. Okay, so we're starting out very similarly. That's a good thing. Pete is hanging onto the ball, though. Too long. Franklin is on top of him. Franklin is actually quite a dangerous player in and of himself. Oh, but Pete has got some room. Pete has got a lot of room. It might just be Aaron. Oh, but he had to hit the going for it, so now he's got to deal with these three. He gets knocked down, the ball goes out of bounds. And it ends up right there by Jake Quillen, who's going to scoop it up with their sure hands recently picked up here. Now they have a lot of room to run. Vampires did pick up a vampire mercenary. Ooh, the Thrall Core. Thrally, Sacrifice, Sam, and Bleeder Bob knocking down Jake Claude, and then they have all the room in the world to run. That's going to be touchdown number 1 for the vampire counts. The horde of vampire cheerleaders. Drax Sakula kicking the ball off for the Vampires. Now they are on the defensive. We'll see how they do. Ooh, Lizard getting knocked down by a Thrall of all things? That's crazy. Zim the second making some good progress already at the midfield. Oh, surrounded, knocked down, and injured. The ball goes to Rambula now. Ooh. Vampires punching up quite well into the Nurgle team, surprisingly. Dice just happen to be going their way this time. Oh no, oh, Drax Sakula going down with an injury. It did regenerate into a broken jaw, so it's a lesser injury, but still an injury nonetheless. Sanguine Sanders. Backup has got the ball, and there's no one in front of him. That's going to be touchdown number 2 for the Midnight Maulers. Wow, look at that. Putting them up by 2, maybe hoping to avoid the problem of just running out of steam at the end of the game. But the game is still young, and Drax Sakula being down is actually huge for the Nurglings. That's the one that's got the Blodge combo. Historically the best player on the Vampire team, so having him down is good. Although Count Blitzula is kind of in the same boat with the Blodge combo. Ramses has got the ball. He looks like he's trying to move behind some blockers, but Count Blitzula managed to get around them. But it's only Count Blitzula back there. So if Ramses can take the one-on-one, he goes down. Franklin's just going to look at the ball and kind of guarding it with his aura of stank. Oh my god, Count Blitzula stole that touchdown just now. Holy crap. He might as well have just, like, taken the ball out of Franklin's pocket. He stole that so hard. But a lot of game left to play. We've seen the Nurglings put up some big numbers before, so... It ain't over till the Great Unclean One sings. Ramses manages to get it on the second try. I don't know what just happened. A little bite graphic. I don't know what that was. Oh god, I can't read the chat log in this fucking field. The dice log, rather. Ramses just holding on to the ball. We've seen that work out. Well, okay, to be fair, it worked out fairly well for the Lizardmen last game. But historically, it hasn't been a good idea to just hold the ball. 40 seconds left in the first half. If the Nurglings can manage to turn it around... Oh, that's fumble prank causing an injury to Ramses. And, I'm just gonna look at it. 25 seconds left. Okay, and that right there, that now it's going to make it hard for the Nurglings to come back into this game. I was about to say a minute ago, if they can manage to get a touchdown before the half, they'd still be in good shape. But then that happened. So I still think they can maybe tie this game up, but getting 5 is going to be a stretch now. But we see those injuries piling up. I think that's their game. I think that is their win condition now, is just to chew through the Vampires roster. And maybe that is why they're just kind of electing to hold it back here. It's not a bad plan, it just hasn't worked out super well for them this game so far. We are now gonna go into overtime here for the first half. I believe it is a minute of overtime before the game just says no, you're moving on. So we'll see what these Nurglings can do with this extra minute, and it honestly looks like they're just trying to do damage. Ramses is currently very safe back there. Oh, and they're getting the damage in, getting some injuries. It looks Ramsey's now finally moving with 25 seconds left. Honestly, a touchdown here would kind of invalidate a lot of what I just said a moment ago. But they may not have time for it now with 7 seconds left before they cut it off. I'm pretty sure they cut off it in a minute. Yes, okay. So you only get a minute of overtime. Nurgling's definitely playing the long game this time around. And I do believe they'll be receiving the ball. They sure are. Oh, deep kick, but it goes too far, so they're just going to give it right to Ramses. He can get moving right away. That's kind of the jump start that they need here. They just need to do a little more damage to these vampires, and they will basically have the field to themselves. But they haven't done quite enough damage yet. The vampires are still very much fighting this out. Lizard coming over to maybe make something happen here. Ooh, getting a knockout is big. Ball bounces in the right direction for the Nurglings. Oh, Bumble Frank is dead. Stick a fork in him, folks. He's out. Ramsey scoops up the ball. Sanguine Sanders is dead. That could be regenerated, but Ramsey's going to take it. That's going to be the first touchdown for the Nurglings. I think the first of several we're about to see. With those two injuries now, they have the overwhelming advantage in numbers. Was that Lizard who got both of those kills? Okay, one of those kills did not stick. I think. Be pretty devastating for the Midnight Maulers to lose a second vampire in as many weeks. Yeah, I can see him running there. So that vampire did not die. He regenerated. But still, just take a quick look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players active for the Midnight Maulers. That's it. They've gone through their reserves. It's just these 5 players. Now the story for them, I think, is can they hope to hold on as long as possible? Current objective, survive. And they're going to thrive, apparently, and get another touchdown. Midnight Mauler said 5 players? No, that's enough. That's enough. Outnumbered 2-1, then it's an even fight. And what's even crazier is they haven't pulled out any of the weird, like, passing bullshit that they've been able to do in previous games. This is strictly punching and running the ball. I'm starting to think that the #1 rank is cursed. Because a team will get there, and then a team that, on paper, should not win upsets them. But we'll see. We still got 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. Anything can happen. But with Ramses holding onto the ball and letting Pete get all the way back into their grill, that's not a good strategy here. Oh, and Pete sending Ramses down. Count Pasula is in position. Just has to secure the ball, and he's going to put another point on the board. What is their point spread right now? Hang on. Midnight Mowers. They've already got a really good point spread. But this would be a big win for them. This is killing me. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is the tough one to watch for the Nurglings fans. This should not be happening right now, but it is. Ramses has the ball once again. Maybe just Ramses. He's the one holding it. Sure hands and big hand. He's this one securing the ball, but he's just not running it. With a minute and a half left, I think the Nurglings has just decided that they're just going to punch the rest of this game out. There's not enough time to make this even a tie ball game. Count Pasula is in a great position here. He's out of a tackle zone. He just needs to move up. Oh, and Thrawley is going to be the one leading the charge here. Blitzula is free. Count Pasula moving backwards now. But now Count Blitzula is in the perfect position. And Ramses handle the 1v1 against the Thrall. I mean, technically, but they both got knocked down, so Count Blitzula is just gonna pick it up. Oh, man. I think the Nurgling team is ready for the week break. They're ready for their vacation. But we've seen several of these games where the underdog wins, taking incredible losses to do it, but still managing to not only win, but usually win decisively. Looks like there was a riot, but no time taken off the clock this time. Ramses finally moving the ball up the field, and he's got all the room in the world. He'll run out of movement, I assume. Nope, he's just gonna take it right. That's what they've needed to do this whole time. Now let's see how they do. Now they are on the defensive side of the ball. The ball will be closer to the end zone, and there's only a few vampires they have to get by to get to the ball. So I think they can make something happen here. I just don't think they can win this game at this point. But they might close that gap. I'm going to send Pete over to grab the ball, interestingly enough. Now, there's still 4 vampires up and running, so it's nothing to sniff at. But now Franklin and Gormaglin, or Gormagalin, however you're supposed to say his name, is there surrounding them. Oh, is Lizard going to try to score? Difficult for him. Okay. He gives it over to the Chaos Warrior. That's going to be a touchdown there. Just a very odd game. All things told. Just a little vampire knocked out. This should be the final drive of the game. It gets shorted, so they're going to give it right over to Sanguine Sanders. They stack that side of the field. So they're going to at least get positive possession here, getting onto the Nurgling side of the field. Rambula has got it. It's only Thrally there to stop them. But yeah, even if they score here, the game is over and they're down still by 3 points. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Or they're just going to let the clock run out of spite? Maybe, unless Sanguine Sanders has something to say about it. Count Pashula coming over as well. Lizard rolling really stupid isn't going to be of any help. And that's the ball game, folks. Midnight Maulers putting up a big 7 points to Pappy's Nurglings 3. Man... I don't know what to say. That should not have happened. And I also kind of feel bad because the Nurglings had a slightly stronger start in the original game before I had to stop and reset. But at the same time, if George, the dead vampire, is the one getting all those points, then it would have felt bad. So... there's no real good answer there. A wild game. And I think that's a good one to send us on our break here. We'll just take a look at these stats real fast. For Pappy's Nurglings here, we got the MVP going to Henry. Henry got a casualty and a knockout. Good for him. Lizard getting 2 casualties, one of which being a kill. So he was the one who got the kill there. And I think he actually got that second kill as well before the vampire regenerated. And it didn't count as a kill. Touchdown for Gormaglin, or Gormagalin. 2 touchdown for Ramses, surprisingly, after holding it 100 yards rushing for him in a single game. That might be the most, which is baffling considering how this game turned out. Most in a single game, I think, for sure. I'd have to go back and look. A couple of Zims getting some injuries. Very, still a solid game, stats-wise, for the Nurglings. One injury, but badly hurt, so we're not going to worry about it. Midnight Maulers. Touchdown at Count Pastula. Touchdown at Sanguine Sanders. 3 touchdowns at Count Blitzula. that might put him over Draxacula now. They had a mercenary who got hurt, so no worries there. The MVP going to Lunch Meat Larry, who got hurt. Was it Fumble Frank who got killed? I think it was Fumble Frank who got killed. He also had a touchdown this game, so that's SVP gone to waste. Touchdown for Thrawley. And a casualty as well. Man. Taking a look at those injuries, of course, we've got, Fumble Frank was the one who died there. So we got broken jaw, badly hurt. Serious concussion is going to linger, so I will go ahead and put that in. What game is this? 4? Game 4? Badly hurt. And Frank is dead. Rip Frank. At least he died as he lived, fumbling. We got their stats. Right. Yes, we did. I'm just so fucking just flabbergasted by this game. It's throwing me off. But all right. And with that, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Take a few minutes, get a drink. I'm going to rest my voice for a moment and drink some water. But we'll be back here in just a few. We'll pick right back up with the game 5 of week 7, which will be the Knickknacks versus the Pointy-Eared Bandits. That'll be a good one to come back to. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. We can go ahead and move right along into the next game. I'm very much looking forward to this game. Last game was great, weird, but good. And I'm looking forward to this one here. So I get my webcam working once again. We've got the Knickknacks versus Pointy-Eared Bandits. That is a Chaos team. The Knickknacks are a very scary team to go up against right now. They are built to hurt things. And the Pointy-Eared Bandits are no strangers to being hurt, surprisingly. Oh, they're both purple as well. I mean, I should be able to tell them apart. It's not going to be a big deal. Dark Elf. Pointy-Eared Bandits. Alright. Pointy-Eared Bandits had jumped up there in terms of team value. They've got a lot of, I think they maxed out some of their cheerleaders and assistant coaches or something like that. Their players are also just in general very expensive. But we'll see. They're, I think, pretty much full strength minus one player, I believe. Chaos also pretty much full strength minus one or two, if I'm not mistaken. -1. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I did, as we're kind of going into this here, as we're waiting for this to load, I did go ahead and update the rankings for the games that have played, and there has been a bit of a shakeup at the top of the leaderboard. We'll actually discuss it fully once we have all the games played. But we, at present, have a pretty definitive leader on the board there. And I don't want to say who it is because it's going to make me sound very, very biased. That aside, let's get into this game. As the Pointy-Eared Bandits are going to go on the defensive here. Darius scoops that ball up. But Elves are already on top of him, using that speed to get into the backfield. As the game just immediately devolves into chaos. But Darius and Vrog able to kind of fight out of the queue of Elves there. Elves still maintaining a good defensive presence here in the backfield. Although they look a little weak on this right-hand side. If Darius wants to swing that way. Sharpicus Fangir is now in the mix on top of the ball carrier. But Vrog the Impaler... Oh, Sharpicus Fangir does get the injury. Something happened to Irgorn the Pointful as well. But it looks like maybe the Apothecary was used there to bring him back. He is still in the game and still on the field. Good for him. But the Elves in a very good position here. Grog going down with an injury. And Sharpicus Fangir scooping it up. Touchdown for the Pointy-Eared Bandits. I anticipate this game to be very violent. Maybe not as violent as the Orcs and Chaos Dwarves, but in that vein. I'm going to kick that out of bounds, so it's going to go right to whoever they want to carry the ball. It's going to go to Murgar this time. Who was it? One of these beastmen has picked up this pass skill, so we'll be looking to maybe see some passing out of the Chaos team. Not going to be out of that Beastman, though. He's badly hurt. And out the other ear, one of the newest, one of the newest elves. In one ear, out the other ear. She's got the ball. A witch elf getting knocked down. The ball is now in the hands of Skriel. Skriel's got the pass. Will we see the Beastman passing game? Their agility 3. It's not impossible. Sharpkit's Fangir is now the one with the ball, but there's plenty of knickknacks in front of him to stop that drive. And with the Minotaur being there, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Still, I just keep forgetting to change Iriga's name. So he's still Eerie Hack. Which is kind of funny in and of itself, to be honest. Kind of fighting over the ball as it just kind of lays there on the field. 1 minute and 40 seconds left already in the first half. This has been a very long second drive here. Terminator with the ball. He is down. I think pretty much all of the blitzers now on the Pointy-Eared Bandits have the strip ball. Very thematic. I didn't think about this when we were talking about it, but it's very thematic that the Pointy-Eared Bandits steal the ball from people. Out the other ear is injured. Maybe? Might just be a badly hurt for sure. Oh, Illuminati is now injured. Chaos finally doing what Chaos does best and just hurting people. But the elves are putting up a good fight. The Whisper Reaper 2.0, the Reincarnation, tried to get a pass. A very interesting pass. It ends up in the hands of Lord Big Lobes. Newly leveled up. Now with block. Oh, he's going to take that block to the bank. Oh, no, Greggy Antler managed to catch him. McFace and Gregory Stevens are on top of him. Going to knock that ball to the ground. 30 seconds left to go in the first half. And the field is starting to air out a little bit. McFace has got a lot of room to run. He's got some blockers, but Irgorn the Pointful is going to be the one standing up to him. Again, a blitzer, so he's got strip ball. Irgon the Overheard, another blitzer with with strip ball. Didn't need it. They managed to knock the player down anyway, but Murgar fighting it out there, but it's going to get stopped by the halftime. Gonna go out of bounds, so they're gonna give it to Irgorn the Pointiful. Not giving it to Pointus Maximus is an interesting strategy, in my opinion. He gets knocked down with authority, and the ball goes immediately to Sharpicus Fangir, who is getting surrounded and just beaten down in turn. Looks like Chaos might be having a bit hotter of a start now. But the ones they've knocked down have gotten back up. Pointus Maximus, team captain of the Pointy-Eared Bandits, now with the ball. And he'll get some space, but he's going to go right back in. No, he's decided to flip around, try to get over, run up the sideline, but he's getting caught by Son of Rukov and Murgar. And now Murgar has the ball. He's got a block. He could run straight up the field, but Irgorn the Pointful is going to stop him. In one ear is now in the game. And ear sitting on the sidelines, ready to get put in at a moment's notice. Murgar getting surfed as he's just surrounded by elves there. Ball is now in the middle of the field, kind of in the neutral territory there. Good for anybody to pick up. McFay should be the one getting to it first. But he's got a gaggle of ears to deal with. Sharpicus Fangir already showing up quite nicely this game. Oh, getting knocked down. McFace has it. 2 minutes left to go in the game. It's still a 1-point game. Easily in reach of either team. And it seems like both teams have kind of managed to stay healthy. McFace has got the space he needs for a touchdown, making it a tie ball game. Earwax Slinger trying to catch up, just not able to do it. Two elves down, but they've got one in reserve at least, so it astounds me that they consistently have Rog the Impaler kicking the ball. I wonder if the way you stop that is by giving a player kick. I hate to use a level up on kick, but I think you would prefer the Minotaur to be doing something else instead of standing in the background. Just an odd choice by the AI for him to be the one kicking the ball. Just a big scrum over the ball here. Not a lot happening, just some punching. Got a knockout here. Son of Rukov getting sent to the sidelines. Skriel also getting sent to the sidelines. Els coming out on top of this punch-up so far. It's just a mosh pit right now. 50 seconds left in the game. The Minotaur maybe getting more involved there. Jerry pushes the ball out of bounds. Let's see where it ends up. Right in the hands of Eureka with no one to stop them. That's just luck. Man, that's kind of undeserved, if I'm being honest. There's something to be said about right place at the right time, but that was pure luck. Here we go. Probably the last drive of the game. 30 seconds left in the game. Oh, Craggy Antler getting Eureka. The name might be wrong, but all the moves are right. Sharpicus Fangir also having quite a good game so far. Oh, ooh, almost had the space there for another touchdown to put a nail in the coffin of this game. But they might not need it anyway, although with Rog the Impaler with the ball... Oh, the strip ball. I didn't quite see it, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. Yeah, because he's still standing. Strip ball ended the game earlier than it maybe should have. Wow. It's a good skill, guys. It's a good skill. You should consider it. But the pointy-eared bandits continuing their winning streak and only taking a few injuries to boot. But this one was kept pretty close. Let's take a look at those stats. We've got the knick-knack. So we got a touchdown out of McFace. We got the MVP going to Basha. Okay, that's an interesting choice. And casualty out of Gregory Stevens. Wow, just a pretty lackluster game in terms of stats. But they still managed to keep it close. It was just a very even mosh pit. It's the best way I can describe that game. I think it could have gone either way. Honestly, that second point that they put on the board was just like you couldn't have drawn that up. Like that's just the game handing you a touchdown. Taking a look at those injuries, badly hurt. So we're not even worried about it. And all these guys will be back in it for week 8 once we get there. So injuries for the Elves, same thing, only 2, but we're not going to worry about them. Looking at those stats, though, for the Elves, we have a touchdown to Sharpicus Fangier and a casualty and a knockout. 20 yards run, he was kind of just involved a lot of the time. His name kept coming up. Eureka, 2 casualties to his name and a touchdown, 22 yards run on his own. And in 1 year, getting the MVP today. Good for him. He kind of joined in towards the end where he just didn't get a chance to do a lot, but he was there. He was there. But congratulations, Pointy-Eared Bandits, on continuing your win streak as we move into the second half of the league. I hope it continues to be that way for you. It's going to put you at 4-1-2 for the season. Nope, not a campaign. Moving right along. Our penultimate game for the evening is Wrath's Raiders versus Mr. Meeseeks. These two are our well, there's no good way to say this. They're the bottom of the leaderboard, unfortunately. But there's still a lot of season left to play. They could turn things around. You never know. We'll be looking to see how they do. Mr. Meeseeks is, of course, our other Nurgle team. Nurgle has the edge in terms of team value. We'll see if that translates well onto the field. Wrath's Raiders, of course, having played Pappy's Nurglings last week, and it was a very rough game for them. They've lost from some very important players, so we'll see how they do. I think rocking only one Tomb Guardian to deal with a higher strength team. So it's all skeletons, baby. Let's see how they do. Wrath's Raiders versus Mr. Meeseeks. Ooh, they making a comeback. Pointy-Eared Bandits really have been making a comeback. Yeah, hang on. There is a mistake. This one needs to reset. For some reason, it's not seeming to save sometimes when I remove dead players. I don't know why that is. It could have been because I had the DB open at the time and I kind of had to go back and forth a couple times because I was accidentally saving over things. So I got to be careful about that in the future. But yeah, we did lose Timothy. We lost Grumpy, Greedy, and Willier. There we go. So Wrath's Raiders really just real underdog story right now for them. Okay. And I caught this one like immediately, so we don't know which way that kind of game was going, but we'll see. I anticipate seeing a lot of mercenaries for the Khemri team here. Make sure all is good. All right. Now let's try this again. Yeah, I see at least one mercenary Tomb Guardian there. All right. Mr. Meeseek's team is a team built to kill. They've got a lot of claw on their team. So we'll see how they stand up against the Khemri. Oh, and they're just letting number 8 get into the backfield. It's going to be Giga Chad against the world here, it seems, today. And historically, that has not gone well for Giga Chad. Number 8 is going to scoop that up. Nah is coming over. Skelly with an IE coming over, maybe helping to save a touchdown here. Skelly with a Y as well is in the mix. Giga Chad back up on his feet. And they're pushing them, unfortunately, closer to the goal line. You don't want to do that. Finally knocking number 8 down, and Skelly with a Y is able to scoop the ball up. Bob, the last remaining Tomb Guardian, has kind of been pivotal in a lot of these games for the Wrath's Raiders, kind of giving them space to do things. He's got his work cut out for him today, for sure. Bob now getting into the mix. Getting a both down result. That's why a block is important there, folks. Mercenary is going to try and pick it up. And number 7 has it. He's got Bimothy and Skelly to contend with. He manages to get away from both of them. Bimothy catches back up, though, and now he's got 3 skeletons and a Tomb Guardian coming in for some fun. Ball is on the ground. Skelly managed to pick it up. There was an Apothecary used somewhere. A number 10 here, maybe? Kind of hard to tell. Sometimes the sound effect is the same for other things. Oh, Skelly gets by Mr. Meeseek's number 7 going down with an injury, and Skelly is now on the run with the ball. He's just... Oh, I thought he was going to run right past number 12 there. That drive was not long for this world. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Wow, this game is going by quick. Is that Bimothy getting in a casualty? He did. Excellent. At least they're getting some SPP on their actual players. Number 6. Holding on to the ball, but there's a horde of skeletons to get through, and eventually one of them knocks him down. This is kind of a weird game for me to call, because I tend to want to side with the underdog. But both of these teams are kind of in the same boat. Whoever loses this game will be the underdog of the of the league just in general. So they're going to have my vote moving forward. Mr. Meeseeks number 12 ends up with the ball and is getting some space now and does still have some skeletons to deal with. On that side of the field, Giga Chad and Nah are going to catch him. The Mercenary Tomb Guardian collapsing over to get some help. A lucky push, though, could be the space he needs, but he goes down and Ra is scooping it up. First thing is going to start moving up the field. He's got sure feet, so if he wants to get those extra few squares from going for it, it's a bit safer for him to do so. It looks like maybe he's going to take a moment and decide where he wants to go. He's going to have to deal with number 9 for sure. Maybe Bob can come over and help. Or he's going to wait for Ka to come over and do the blocking for him. That opens up number 1 to get on top of Ra, and number 12 coming over to help. And number 8 coming over, make it 3. That's an injury for Ra. We'll see if that sticks. It's a lot of knocked out skeletons, unfortunately, that will not be getting back into this game, so numbers advantage definitely going to the Meeseeks, but only slightly. They might be up only by 1 person. It's the Meeseeks who will receive this time around. And surprisingly, Bob opening up the middle to get right on top of number 12 here. This could be the opening that they need, but number 12 gets around him. Number 8 coming back to help out. Dangerous territory. Oh, but Skelly pushes it right into the hands of a mercenary rotter. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Ka picks up the ball. Number 12 has secured it. Number 12 seems to be kind of the dedicated ball carrier for the Meeseeks thus far. Oh, slammed down. Ball going into the hands of the Mercenary Tomb Guardian, who also goes down in turn. The Skeletons doing a good job of keeping the ball in enemy territory, at least. Any one of them who can get on top of it is dangerous. Bob has got it now. He is not the easiest person to knock down with that strength 5, but with plenty of help, he can do it. Oh, he got away. He's going for it. He got caught, but he just needs a lucky push like that again. Oh, come on, Bob. I'm rooting for you, Bob. Oh, he finally goes down. Bob is kind of like Jeff. He's kind of become one of my favorite players. Like, his stats don't necessarily show how important he's been, but he's been just so involved in everything. Oh, can Skelly be the one to pick this ball up? Can Ta be the one to pick this ball up? Skelly gets his hands on it. Touchdown for Raz Raiders. Could this be Their first game win since week 1, I believe. I think they won their very first game. Oh, lots of Nurglings, or sorry, not Nurglings. Lots of Meeseeks coming back into the game, including number 11, their team captain, the Beast of Nurgle. That's going to be difficult to deal with. I think we could really feel that last drive, his absence from the field. Number 6 has got it. This time the battle at the center of the field goes the way of the Meeseeks. Bob knocked out. Bob is still knocked out. Poor Bob. Whoa, I don't know what that was, but he got set on fire. Holy shit. Khemri pulling out all the stops. Doing whatever they can to get a win here. Consorting with illegal wizards. To be fair, they did have a lot of petty cap. I wish I could click on them and see what all they had. Oh no, that was a buff put on him. He's got more movement. Interesting putting that on the mercenary. Didn't help him. Bimothy's now got the ball. Under a minute left in this game. Meeseeks are in a good position to tie the ball game up. Oh, the slip. He was going for it, and he slipped and fell. That might have been their last chance. Giga Chad now with the ball, moving it up towards the side of the field, now moving back into the center, getting surrounded, but oh boy. Oh, he got room. He's running. Giga Chad, living up to his namesake. Touchdown number 2. That's gonna put the game out of reach for sure for the Meeseeks. No deaths on either side so far. That's good. Oh, I take that back. There's a death right there. No. Oh, no. Meeseeks has a dead Meeseek. Which one is it? It's number 6. Okay. I don't think number 6 has done terribly much in the grand scheme of things. Oh, he's level 2. Oh, that's unfortunate. Bob is still down? Bob is still down. But up by 2, 10 seconds left on the board. I think Ratha's Raiders have managed to eke out a win here. Maybe that'll be the end of their unfortunate losing streak. We shall see. They need some maintenance for sure. And that's it, folks. Ratha's Raiders take in their second win for the season. Going to be going into the second half with a win behind them. Mr. Meeseeks, you are now the overall underdog, and you have my full support. And I'm rooting for you. Let's take a look at those stats. Let's start with the Meeseeks. We've got the MVP going to Meeseeks number 8. A Nurgle Warrior. You love to see that. And some good knockouts. You know, they're punching. Only getting a few injuries through, though. Number 12 with 54 yards carried. Pretty good. It's not the crazy Pestigore 100 yards we saw earlier for the Nurglings team, but still quite good. Lionel the Belated Water Boy is an incredible name. That's one generated by the game, but it's incredible. Take a look at those injuries. So, of course, we've got number 6, who is dead. That one definitely carries over. And then we've got just a badly hurt, and a badly hurt and a pinched nerve, but nothing lingering after that. So the only change there is one death. Looking at Ratha's Raiders, coming back from having several deaths for their team this last week. We've got an injury on a mercenary. We don't care. Badly hurt. Ooh, smashed ankle on Ka. That is unfortunate. It's -1 to move, and they're already pretty slow. Taking a look at their stats, we got the touchdown out of Giga Chad and the touchdown out of Skelly with a Y, a kill out of a mercenary, we don't care. Some injuries scattered about from the rest of the team. Bob getting a knockout, only 12 yards run, no casualties, but again, just very important. His stats just aren't showing how important he's been in his games, unfortunately. The dice just aren't quite going his way when he's knocking people down. But Ratha, if you're watching, we need to do some maintenance on your team, buddy. They're kind of in rough shape. All right. With that all said and done, we move along to our final game of the evening. We got the Brazen Bulls against Gouda Game. We got Corn Demons against Skaven. Who shall win? If I'm Gouda Game, I'm a little concerned about this one. Not going to lie. Rufus is going to eat those rats alive. Skaven. Gouda Game. They are down a few players. They had a rough game last game, so they're already kind of coming into this a little weakened. Corn Demons totally healthy. Everybody involved in this one. So good luck to both teams. We'll launch into this and hopefully send us home on a good game. Gulp. Jeezy says, yeah, this might be one of those games that you just hope you outrun them, or at the very least you survive. I had a good vet. Yep. Everybody's nice and healthy. Everybody's in the game. And it will be the Rats on defense first. That's fine. Corn likes to be on the offensive, generally speaking. Oh, but Rufus, getting caught up and trying to get into the backfield, is going to let the Rats do what they do best, which is get into the back line quickly, get a key knockdown. Now Rufus is coming back, but Blue has got the ball and he's got the space. An easy, quick touchdown for the Rats. That right there is escape and win condition. Outrun, outflank, and then when you get the ball, book it. One knocked out rat already, though. So they did not come out of that drive unscathed. But nothing lasting. Interesting that they're not putting Jack on the line against Rufus. Jack is basically the only thing that can kind of slow Rufus down. Harry holding on to the ball. But Blue, already with a touchdown to his name, is on top of the ball carrier, looking for a key knockdown. He could scoop it up the ball and score once again. Gouda now coming over to help. Gouda fresh off of an injury from the previous week, looking to get back in there, make a name for himself, and get that cheese. Rufus is doing plenty of damage in the middle of the field, but maybe not where he's needed most currently. I will say, though, Harry has very much, like, held his own back here. Just 1v1 situations. Oh, and he finally goes down. Can Blue score this? Or can Burr or Gouda scoop up the ball? Or Gorg? Gorg has the most touchdowns in the league. Blue. It's Blue. As I just choke on air over here for no good reason. Gonna make it a 2-point game. So we've kind of seen several teams fall into this trap today of just getting the ball and just holding on to it too long. Especially against a team like the Skaven, who can just jump you so quickly. You've got to get that ball up the field. You gotta at least make them work for it. Because with their speed, if they pick up the ball anywhere kind of in this like last quarter of the field, it's almost guaranteed they'll get in. Angus now with the ball, with block on him. He's going to be a bit of a more of a difficult target than Harry was to take down. Not difficult enough, though, for Gouda. But now he's got to contend with Rufus, as Rufus kind of doubles back to help his team. And you can see he makes the difference there. Imlan, Thronekeeper, ends up with the ball. He's surrounded by rats. Oh, something happened. Harm looks like he may have gotten injured, and then Apothecary was used to bring him back, so he's going to stay in the game. Zarkon Pitmaster, one of the newer Pit Fighter cultists, with the ball. But Gouda is going to try and pick it up now. He's having trouble. He manages to get it. He could have the space here. Oh, he gets away, and he's going for it. Touchdown number 3! Good game. Might be a bit of an upset for the Bulls this week. Just being out-pressured. But really, all they need is to start getting some dice to go their way, some injuries to pile up, and then the Bulls are going to be right back into this game. And perhaps they're waiting to be on the defensive side of things. Oh no, Angus. Trying 4 times to pick up the ball and finally gets it on the 4th. Gonna run right into a line of rats, and plenty more coming in to help. Oh, Angus holding his own though, knocking out Blue. Rico, the team captain for Gouda Game, has got the ball. But Rufus is on top of him. Oh, he got the space he needed, though. That's going to be a team captain touchdown. That's worth some SPP. That might be very well the first touchdown for team captain Rico. Those textures on the Skaven cheerleaders are wigging out, man. The other thrower, Krieg, kicking the ball deep. No mead for them before before the game. Oh yeah, no. I mean, they are in Norska, so they probably did get some mead before they started here today. Oh man, I wasn't even really looking, and the rats are already in the backfield, already trying to pick up the ball. And there's no one in front of him. Oh, not the mercenary caught. Come on, man. I can recommend a cheese. Gouda Game's gonna send them a cheese platter to go with their mead. Both teams, though, staying healthy. Which is kind of a shocker for the Skaven team, if I'm being completely honest. You know, knock on wood, but... I thought Gouda was going to scoop that up immediately. That would have been kind of incredible. But he gets knocked down and stunned for his trouble. Burr has got the ball. Mr. Burr, sir. But Rufus is on top of him. He just needs to get a definite knockdown. There it goes. Gorg is in the back line, though. Gorg, uncharacteristically, has not been the one scoring these points today. Imlan Thronekeeper. Holding his own. Just taking the rats as they come. That's going to send us into halftime. But now the shoe is on the other foot. It's going to be the Brazen Bulls on the defensive. The Brazen Bulls should be the one getting into the backfield first. So let's see how things pan out. 5 points is a lot. 6 to take the win. But not impossible for this team. A high kick, so Gorg gets put up underneath it. And Gorg ends up with it. Oh, and that's exactly what the Skaven need. Just get up the field. Gorg with block and dodge is a hard target, but not hard enough. He goes down. Now Imlan Thronekeeper has the ball in Gouda Game territory, but now Jack, who's been sitting in the backfield this whole time, he's now going to start getting involved. Blue ends up with the ball. Jack is always the type to be quietly, hurting people in the background, but I think this has been an even quieter game for him so far. Ball is on the field, but it's behind Rufus. Zarkan Pitmaster picks the... Oh, and he gets some space. I have to catch up to him, though. Slowly getting pushed in the right direction. Can he keep it up? Oh, he's going for it, but Kree stops him. Just one more rat to get through. He's got it! Touchdown! But the Skaven are still doing good to at least keep the drive running longer. Because at the very least, if they can't prevent the score, if they can stall it as long as possible, they still have a good chance of winning this game. We did pick up an injury on the rat side, it looks like. But the Skaven tide knows no end. There will always be more rats. Deep kick goes out of bounds. They're going to give it to Kree. Rufus knocking Buddha out immediately, making his way towards the ball carrier, knocking Parm down. Just going to go from rat to rat, wreaking havoc wherever he goes. Slowly pushing Kree back to the end zone. Knocks him down. Is Rufus going to be the one to pick up the ball? Gorg is going to beat him to it there, but now Gorg is in a tough position against Rufus. A numbers game, though, could even things out. Sigurd Demonfire looking to scoop and score here, and he does it. That's what they need, but can they do that 4 more times to take the win? Or maybe at least go for the tie here. Bit of a short kick there. It's now in the hands of Gorg, who darts across the line. He's getting the ball in enemy territory, but now Zarkan Pitmaster is going to take it. Just a couple of rats to get through before he's home free. Can he do it? Minute 35 left in the game. I think the Bulls are unfortunately going to run out of time to get a win here. They might even run out of time to get a tie, especially with the Skaven are just staying healthy this game. Jack and Rufus. This is the matchup I wanted to see. Rufus is hurt. Rufus is injured for the first time. He is not dead. He'll be back next game. Does he regenerate? He also has regeneration, so that might not stick. But at the very least, he is out for this drive. He regenerated. He's okay, gang. He's okay. He's just out for the drive, but that's a big piece off the board. It was Jack that did it. The mighty rat ogre. Jack is like the quiet kid. He's always in the back, just kind of really unassuming, and then you look at the stats and he's like, that dude broke like 3 necks this game. Bulls are going to get a touchdown out of this drive. They'll bring Rufus back and put it within 2. A really short kick. That kind of works in favor of the Skaven, honestly. I think you want to kick it deep, typically. But Gorg isn't able to get any forward momentum. So maybe just as well. With 8 seconds left, that looks like that's going to be the ball game here. Oh, Rico has ended up with it. And that's the game, folks. Brazen Bull is taking the loss there. Man, I just think if they just got more armor bricks, if they just got some more injuries going their way, it would have been a much different game. But the Skaven managed to luck out and just not take any damage. But we'll take that as our final game of the evening. We'll take a look at those stats real quick and call it quits. With the Bulls here, we got a touchdown out of Sigurd Demonfire. We got a touchdown and an MVP out of Zarkan Pitmaster. It's going to be worth a level up for him if he hasn't already leveled up. Zarkan Thronekeeper with a touchdown and a knockout blow. Rufus, of course, with 1 casualty to his name and a couple of knockouts. I think that's kind of below average for him typically, but any bit helps. Yeah, not a bad stat line, all things considered. And no lasting injuries. Of course, we did have the 1 injury on Rufus, but he regenerated from it, so no worries. Good game. Wow, they have so many mercenaries it actually goes off the screen, but I don't have to worry about them. We got a touchdown out of Rico. We got a casualty out of Jack against Rufus, showing who the better big guy was that game. Some knockouts out of Gorg, a very low 20 yards run for him. No touchdowns, which is weird to see for Gorg, because all those touchdowns instead went to Blue and Gouda. Swiss getting the MVP. Oddly enough, he didn't get a whole lot done, but we take those. Oh, he was knocked out 3 times. The poor guy who was knocked out 3 times gets the MVP. I love the logic of this game sometimes. Yeah, it doesn't look like much. It's just speed and positioning for the Rats this game, really. But GG to GG, getting the win here. I never knew I was a first half team. Well, I think as Skaven, because you're so squishy, you kind of have to be. Because generally by the second half, you've started to lose people. But yeah, this game in particular was a good demonstration of that. We had the 1 injury, but it's a badly hurt, so we're not worried about it this week. excellent match, an excellent day here to mark our halfway point. Just as a reminder, we will not be here for Blood Bowl next week. However, starting maybe a little earlier in the day, or at least about this time, I will be running a one-shot Halloween-themed TTRPG game for some friends of mine. I will be streaming that. Feel free to come on by and join us for the spookiness of it. I'm looking forward to it because it's been a while since I've run a game, so I've kind of been itching to get back into it. And then after that week, we'll be picking back up with Blood Bowl on, let's see, what date is that? The 26th will be the start of week 8. I will go in and update the spreadsheet for those of you keeping track of that to reflect the updated dates. We'll start our second half of the season, and we'll go until we reach the end there, and then we'll start talking about playoffs. Looking forward to that. Beyond that, the only other announcement that I have is that starting on the 21st, I will also be streaming my playthrough of the new Vampire the Masquerade game that's coming out, Bloodlines 2. Hoping it's good. We'll see. I have some fears. I have some doubts. But I'm hopeful that it's good. So if you're interested in that at all, I'll be streaming that. That'll be kind of more of a loosey-goosey, just hanging out, playing a game, seeing how that goes. And I'll probably be doing that evening, at the very least, the 21st. I'll probably be streaming that game most evenings of that week. We'll see. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do it just yet. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a great 2 weeks before we see you back here for Blood Bowl. And hopefully we'll see you next week for the Halloween game. Have a good week. See y'all later.